veterans group. This is a salute to LGBT veterans. Would everyone please stand for the posting of the colors? Thank you, Travis. We will now have the national anthem by Baim.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Would you all please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. You may be seated. And now we will have an invocation by Rabbi Cindy Meyer from the Or Shaddai.
נזמין את מקור חיים ואהבה קרבנו. Let us invite the source of life and love into our midst as we gather in this public space on this precious day. We assemble together, still basking in the glow of celebrations during a weekend of LGBT pride festivities, and 4 days after the United States Supreme Court announced its ruling in Obergefell versus Hodges, recognizing a constitutional right to marriage equality, equal dignity in the eyes of the law. We assemble today, 4 days before the 239th anniversary of this country's Declaration of Independence, when representatives of 13 distinct colonies gathered together to put words on paper, a recording of their commitments and courageous intent. They pledged to each other their lives, their fortunes, in their sacred honor. In that spirit, in gratitude to those who came before us, and with our pledge of commitment to those in generations who will follow, we join together a rich fabric, multi-textured, brightly colored, diverse, and blessed, to recognize and offer thanks to the lesbian and gay, bisexual, and transgender men and women who serve in this nation's military, who have fought in war, who risk everything and give all, so that we all can live free, so that the rule of law might prevail, so that this country and the world may become just, healthy, and whole. Service and strength, courage and dignity, commitment and camaraderie, generosity of spirit, offering everything, putting self in harm's way, body, mind, and soul. What a contribution to this nation, extraordinary dedication, declaration that there are values and commitments larger than one's self. The men and women whom we salute today heard the call of this country and the larger world crying out in need of service over self, generosity over greed, courage over the constricted heart, dignity and inclusion over discrimination, hatred, and leaving out. To LGBT veterans, we say, today we gather to lift you up. We honor you. We offer our thanks. And so we pray that God, the source of life and connector of all, guide, bless, and protect LGBT veterans and all who serve in the United States military right now. God grant them wisdom and courage, strength and compassion, truth and loving kindness, that they may continue to serve this country well. May they shine as bright examples of this nation's strength, an amazingly diverse array of men and women of all races, religions, gender identities, and sexual orientations, working together, supporting one another, standing for the ideals, bold vision, and truth upon which this country was founded, and that we are called to live into and bring to full fruition. That all human beings are created equal, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. May God bless America. Please, God, bless us all.
Thank you, Rabbi Cindy Meyer. And now I would like to introduce you to Mona Noriega. She is the Commissioner of the Chicago Commission on Human Relations.
All right, is today a beautiful day? And did we celebrate? And do we have much to celebrate on Pride weekend? So as Commissioner of Chicago Commission on Human Relations, we enforce the anti-discrimination laws. And so I stand before you to represent the City of Chicago, the Mayor, and the Commission to recognize, to say thank you to all our military people, but to especially say thank you and recognize and honor all the service of our LGBT military personnel in the past, in the present, and in the future. So on behalf of everybody in the city, I thank you and honor you for your service. Many thanks.
Now I would like to introduce everybody on the stage, and I hope I get it correct this time. From the far end, Larry Simpson, U.S. Army National Guard. Rabbi Cindy Enger, Orthodox. Gene Albright, U.S. Air Force, 20 years. Ed Wazilu, U.S. Air Force. Stanley Jensen, U.S. Navy. Dean Eldridge, IML, International Mr. Letter. And Lorna Noriega, our wonderful Commissioner of Human Relations. Oh, and sorry, did it again. And Travis, U.S. Navy. He wasn't sitting. And now, Sergeant Dean Albright will introduce the speakers.
I'm pleased to introduce Stan Jensen of the Chicago chapter of the American Veterans for Equal Rights. Stan was born in Germany in 1944. He joined the United States Navy when he was 19 and became a citizen of the United States while serving. He has been a member of the Chicago chapter of the American Veterans for Equal Rights since 2010 and now serves as a junior board member. He volunteers with many activities in his church and his community, including Frontrunners, Howard Brown, Our Lady of My Carmel Church. Over the last 4 years, he has become known to many as the intrepid chairperson of the Averted Chapter's Monument Committee. You may know that the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender veterans and more than 100 of their supporters and friends gathered on May 25th, Memorial Day, 2015, along the memorial walkway of the Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery in Elwood, Illinois, for the dedication of the first monument federally approved to honor lesbian, gays, bisexuals, and transgender persons who have served in the United States Armed Forces. It took 4 years from the birth of the idea to the approval that allowed the dedication to happen. The process was not easy. To say that Stan was chair of the committee that made it all happen is a bit misleading. While the core members of AVER were with him and behind him all the way, it was Stan who kept going back and kept going back through the tangle of bureaucracy. It was Stan who carried the fat folder full of diagrams and government letterhead that eventually grew into a suitcase weighing nearly as much as a fully loaded combat rucksack. There are many to whom we owe thanks for their input and their generous donations. But there is no doubt that without Stan Jensen's vision, patience, and perseverance, the dream of a monument honoring the military service of LGBTs would not have come through. Veterans and friends, please welcome our speaker, Stan Jensen.
Thank you. First, I would like to share with you something I said 40 years ago to my beloved partner in life, Matthew Thomas Lynn. I came a long way to find you. I may say the same thing to all of you. I came a long way to find you. I've been asked first to speak a little about myself and then go on to tell the story of our struggle of over 4 years to put a monument into hallowed ground, Abraham Lincoln National Cemetery. The reason I was asked to speak a little of myself is that I was born in a workers' camp in 1944. I am told that many people do not understand the story of workers' camps. First and foremost, we must never forget the horror of concentration camps. These camps were for one purpose and one purpose only: murder. Jewish people, Roma people, disabled, and people from the LGBT community wearing different insignias were there for one purpose only, and that was death. Yet there was another camp throughout Germany, and especially in areas of manufacturing. These camps were workers' camps, and there were hundreds, yes, hundreds, throughout Germany. The young men of Germany went off to war, and Hitler did not allow German women to go into factories. He wanted them to produce a new German race. So then, how could the factories of Germany keep up the output that was necessary for a full-scale war? Germany needed workers. And where could they get the workers? It was in the conquered lands that Germany took youngest, strongest, and healthiest men and women for slave labor. This is what helped Germany's output of war material to continue unabated. But saying that they were just work camps would not be the total picture. Death roamed these camps. Even the healthiest, without a proper diet, nutrition, and health care, become ill. Any kind of illness in these camps meant simply death. The war ended in 1945, and as all wars, they do not end on a given day. In the United States, we are slowly finding out from our returning veterans that they are bringing that war home with themselves, with sorrow and pain to themselves, their families, and the nation. Let us never forget them. Let us always remember our promise to them and try, as a nation, to heal their wounds. So at this camp, my mother, a young woman taken from Poland to work in Germany, where she was killed. The war supposedly had ended, but murder and hatred did not stop on any given day. Going forward many years, I asked our membership at a meeting of the American Veterans for Equal Rights, would we as a group take on the task of building a monument to remember our fallen brothers and sisters. This would be a difficult task, but our organization was quick in its response. That response was yes, a respondent yes. With all our group would work on this worthy and important task. Phone calls, letters, and personal visits to senators' offices, congressmen's offices, aldermen's offices, all to find out what are the steps that are necessary and forms that are required to get the project moving. Well, first, we had to figure out what kind of monument we wanted. What word should be on this monument? How this monument should look, height, width. All these questions had to be put to a vote. And if you are a member, you will remember the difficulties in getting a unanimous yes on every one of these tasks. It was not an easy. Even amongst ourselves, we had different visions and aspirations to what this monument should be and how it should look. Then came the task of choosing a company that would fulfill our vision. This too was a difficult and arduous task. We had 4 companies that gave us their ideas, their visions, that had to be looked at, voted on, and discussed. Then came the federal government, a bureaucracy that was difficult to maneuver through, and people who definitely were not on our side. Again, dozens of letters, dozens of forms, written and rewritten, to try to get the attention of the federal government to sign in to our cause. Letters came back saying we used the wrong terminology. So we sent letters back thinking we were using the correct terminology. Forms were not filed out correctly. That is, in their estimation, not ours. Again, new forms filled out, redone, and sent out. The steps to this monument were very difficult for our entire organization. But through hard work, persistence, and never-ending spirit, we fulfilled the pledge to our fellow servicemen. I say again, as I said at the cemetery, that this pledge is in our hearts. It is not written on any document. It is not shown on any computer. It is imprinted in our hearts. That is, that we shall never forget our fallen brothers and sisters. Let this monument be the first in this nation, but not the last. Let every national cemetery in this great nation have a monument to LGBT men and women who have served this great nation with great honor and dignity. Let me say in closing, it is the Chicago chapter of American Veterans for Equal Rights who began this year's Pride Month. We began it on Memorial Day, the 25th of May, 2015. And on June 30th, we are not ending it, but going forward with the promise that our organization will do more, not just for our veterans, but the entire LGBT community of Chicagoland. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanley. That was wonderful. So well expressed. And now, our member, U.S. Navy member, Travis, is going to sing America the Beautiful. And we always consider this our song because it was written by a lesbian. You didn't know, did you? Travis, that was wonderful. And now we are going to have a procession of flags to the eternal flame, which is over there. And we invite everyone to join us at the eternal flame. And then our buglers, Melissa and Susan, will perform Echo Cats.